Okay, so today we are basically going to be talking about what exactly is in my camera bag. This is basically the bag that I bring pretty much with me everywhere I go, wherever, whatever. It's a photography shoot, it's some sort of video shoot, maybe a commercial, some sort of travel thing, whatever it is. This bag comes with me. This is kind of the essentials, so let's get right into it. So first off, you've probably seen this bag around somewhere. This is basically just an Amazon Basics bag. Nothing super special, just kind of a normal one. There's this little pouch right here in the front of it. Inside of this one, I kind of just keep basically just some extra things. There's a Sharpie, business cards, instruction manual, band-aids, that kind of thing. Nothing that really has to do specifically with the camera stuff, just extra stuff that I can just kind of, open it up and just kind of reach in and get whatever I need. So inside of the bag, we just kind of zip it open right here and open this. There it is. Okay, you're probably noticing that there's a bunch kind of missing from it. There's a lot of empty spaces in there. The reason is because I'm actually filming. I'm using a lot of my important equipment, a lot of things that I use right now on the camera, right now currently. I'll show you guys that a little bit later, but first off, let's go through these pouches right at the top here. First, there's this top little thing up here. Probably the initial thing, the biggest thing that's in that one right here, this is actually a connector. This is how I get all of my photos, my video on from my camera onto my computer. It has like a little slip for a micro US or a micro SD, a normal SD and such. It's just kind of take the SD out, put it right in this, plug the USB into the computer, just download them right onto the computer. It's pretty easy. I love this thing. I couldn't live without it. As well as that, in here there's actually this UV filter. This thing is meant for the kit lens, the lens that comes with the camera. Although, because I never really use the kit lens much, I don't really use the filter that much. But it's just kind of cool. Nice job, Canon. Really happy that comes with it. As well as that, there's this little blow thing. It's just kind of like just squeeze and it kind of does that. It's really just meant for like cleaning the inside of like your sensor for your camera or your lenses. This is something that you just gotta have just for safety purposes, just to make sure that all your gear is clean and doesn't ever get destroyed. In the second pouch right here, this one kind of used to be just my jumble pouch where I just throw anything in. Although recently I actually got this here little bag, which makes it way more organized and I love it so much. You're probably seeing some footage right now of me opening it. It's a really nice little bag. We go into it actually. Right in the front here, there's actually all my batteries right here. There's 2 right here. I currently have 3 for the current camera that I use. One, of course, is in the camera right now. The other 2 are right in the front here. If we open it up right here, it kind of unveils to this whole like armada of just kind of like my weapons, my little items that I use for everything. This right over here is actually a charger and a charging cable for some of the batteries I have. I decided, cheaper. I decided not to get all Canon batteries. There's some brand like Bonacell or something, so I got a couple of those. That's for charging the Bonacells. This right here is actually memory. This is 2 terabytes of memory. I bring it with me wherever I go because this is pretty much where I store everything. This has all of my photos, my video. I don't like to get rid of a bunch of stuff just in case, just kind of be prepared if anyone ever comes back like, oh hey, you have those photos from that shoot we did, and then all of a sudden I'm not just like, no, I deleted them. Nope, guess what? They're right here. There's also a little cord here. That's to plug that into the computer. A little cleaning cloth, as well as that, a quarter. I use this for like attaching little tripod hinges or something like that. And that is this little pouch here. Zips back up. Very nice little item. Keeps my bag very organized. I'm very happy to have this little thing. After that, now we get into the main part of the bag, which I can't even hold up. The inside of this bag. First off, the main thing you'll see, which is just laying on the top right here, is this little thing right here. What is this? Well, all cameras come with kind of a neck strap so you can just like hold it and it's kind of stable around your neck and everything. I don't really like that because that's too like restraining. So this is actually a shoulder strap. I pretty much bring this on, or I'm pretty much using this on like any shoot that I'm doing. My camera is pretty much always strapped right on here. Just kind of hanging to the side, and I can just kind of let it go, just kind of hanging on my side right here, and I know that I'm not going to lose it or anything. It's all good. This little bottom pouch all the way down here is normally where my camera is. I'm currently using the lens in the camera, but that's where it normally goes. If we go one space up is actually when we start to get into the lenses. Right here, this is probably the best and most affordable lens that I have probably ever gotten. This right here, if you don't know, is a Canon 50mm 1.8. I am personally someone who loves that really shallow depth of field and just that really nice blur in the background. This is like probably the best cheap lens to do so with that 1.8. 50mm is pretty much perfect for portraits and stuff. It's just so nice isolating things. I love this lens so much. One more space up is actually the middle space, which is the biggest one for a lens. The reason it's like that is because it is my most expensive, most important lens. Probably one of the most important items in my collection personally. It's on the camera right now, so we'll get back to that later. Over on this side, this is a lens that I actually kind of regret buying. And this is a Canon 75-300. I believe it's an f4 or something like that. So there's definitely not a shallow depth of field on this one, that's for sure. This lens goes all the way from 75 to 30. You know, it goes really far. That's nice and everything. The issue with this, the image quality just isn't really that nice. The depth of field isn't nice. There's no image stabilization. The autofocus is really, really bad and slow and noisy. This is not a great lens. I would not recommend it whatsoever. Then if we go one more up, all the way on the top, pretty much like the top of it all the way right here, is actually, this is a little kit lens. Oh god, oh! This is the lens that came with the camera, 18-55. I'm not sure what f-stop it is. It's actually a 3.5, so not very shallow. It's kind of just a standard lens, obviously a kit lens that comes with the camera. The nice thing about this one is definitely it actually has image stabilization, which is very, very nice. But now on to the little side over here. First off is this little item right here. What is this exactly? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see till the end of the video. I actually unbox what's inside of here, so stay tuned to the end. You'll get a little unboxing. What's also in here, this little ThinkPad. What is this little thing? It's actually an SD card wallet. So there's like 9 spots you can fit, tons of SD cards. I actually unboxed this one just a few days ago as well, so you'll see B-roll of it right now of me opening it. Nice little item. I'm really happy to have something to put on my SD cards because they were just kind of lying around everywhere beforehand. This is just a charger. This is a Canon charger, which is specifically for the Canon one. The Bonacell chargers don't work in this one, so just the Canon one. So the last items that are in my bag are actually pretty much the most essentials that I'm using pretty much at any time. Are actually all being used on the camera right now, just like I showed. So we'll go through them real quick. So the first item that is pretty much always on my camera, at least when I'm doing video, is actually the Rode VideoMic Go, the kind of on-camera mount. This is the mic that I'm using for most of my videos. I also have a Rode Dead Cat on it. It's specifically for Rode mics. That makes it way, way better for when there's any sort of wind or anything. Very nice microphone. I'll hopefully be upgrading soon, but right now it does the job very well. So the camera that I actually use is the Canon SL1. It's not the SL2, which is of course the more recent version. The SL1 is pretty much the first and only DSLR that I myself have personally owned. I've had this thing forever, which is why it's kind of a little bit of an older camera. I'm gonna be working my way towards upgrading soon, but this is definitely a very, very sturdy camera. Of course, it's the SL1. It's known for being a little small camera, so I have some hard difficulties when I have kind of a heavier lens on it, but for the most part it gets the job done well, and I'm very happy with it. Now we get on to the very, very special item. This item in particular is actually the most that I have ever spent in one sitting on an item. This right here, the lens that I am using currently. This is a Canon 2.8 24-70. This is a very, very well-known lens, just really heavily used with whatever you're doing, video, photography, sports photography, whatever it is. This is a very commonly used lens, and for a very good reason. With an f-stop of 2.8, it's just such nice quality with that perfect... Are you serious? It's a very nice lens with that f-stop of 2.8. You kind of get that perfect depth of fieldness, but also it's just so clear, and it's just the 24-70 is kind of a perfect range for whatever you're doing with, you know, that kind of almost wide shot, kind of wide with the 24 or whatever you need, and then that kind of 50-70 if you're doing like a real portrait shot or you gotta zoom in a little far. This is pretty much like the perfect starting lens, I would say personally. Of course, it's the one that I have, so of course I have a little bit of bias. So yeah, that's pretty much what is in my camera bag. The important thing to know is if you guys would like to see the rest of my kind of camera gear and the more advanced items that I have to help me get some really nice shots, I need you guys to go ahead and leave a like on this video if you would like to see that, and then I'll be able to bring a special camera gear video going through pretty much all of the camera equipment I have. And real quick, let's go ahead and end the video with a little unboxing. Alright, so you saw a little bit of footage of me opening my little bags, SD cards, and all those little things earlier, and now, right here, this is something that's going to change things. Now, if you're not a photographer or videographer, you probably don't exactly know what this item is. What I can tell you is this is going to change things. This is going to help. It may seem a little anticlimactic, but it's going to help a lot, trust me. Okay, so I'm not actually going to use this part of scissor right here, because this is a very dangerous item. We're going to put that off to the side, so instead... okay, learned my lesson. So, we are going to use the dangerous scissor item here real quick. As I said before, this is an item that is very helpful for photographers and videographers. Can you see a little bit? It's peeking out right there. Oh, yes. A lot of you are probably looking at this saying, what is that thing? That's just a little box with just some color. This right here is something that's going to help me immensely. You see, precision optics, filters, and lens accessories. What does that mean? Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, what this actually is, you should be able to tell if you know. If you know, you know, you kind of thing. This right here, oh, I'm so excited. This is actually a neutral density filter, and this is actually a variable one. So, what you do with this actually goes onto the front of your camera, and if you'll see here, as I'm switching it on and off, or you can see me in the, hi, how's it going? Hi, see you there. You can actually see it's getting lighter and darker when I turn it. Oh, I'm so excited, you have no idea. This is mainly huge for a lot of outdoor photography and videography, so this is going to be a huge help. I'm so excited about this. If you're watching at home, you're like, what the heck? Just know this is something that's going to help things. This is going to help the channel a lot in the future, and a lot with everything that I do. There's actually got this little case that it's going to go in, so it's all protected and good and everything, so nice. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this little unboxing snippet, this really weird setup that I have going. Hopefully I'll get better ones later on when I have like more tripods and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more unboxings, more film stuff. We'll keep it coming, lots of B-roll, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Can I help it if I dream of you every